Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Maggie Moore's, and this is a new crime thriller comedy, definitely in the vein of Fargo. There's definitely some impression left here from writer Paul Birnbaum's script that you could definitely tell he's probably a fan of some Coen brothers. But interesting enough, this is directed by John Slattery, from Mad Men fame and playing Howard Stark fame and Spotlight. And this is a big film for him to be tackling here. And in general, I feel bad jumping right into comparing this to Fargo. There's definitely a lot of inspiration. The elements, the plot threads, and stuff like that feel like it's like, okay, we want to make a Fargo-esque type story. Now, this does not have the filmmaking level of prowess that the Coen brothers have. The cinematography is certainly not on the same level as Roger Deakins. But this little film has a lot of charm to it. And it works. And it might be a little bit derivative. It might be a little less artful than it could have been, especially if you look at other films that it's drawing upon. But it has an interesting setup of this down on his luck, kind of crappy dude gets into a fight with his wife. And he wants to scare her up a little bit to take him back. And get some not so great things back for a scummy friend of his. And that kind of pushes off all of these dominoes of the murders of two women, Maggie Moore, both of them, in this small desert town. And you have Sheriff, played by John Hamm, and his deputy, Nick Mohammed, of course of Nate fame from Ted Lasso. And there's a neighbor who's seen a lot of things, and played by Tina Fey, who winds up connecting with John Hamm's character. So really what we have going on here is this parallel of like this crime thriller and this mystery going on here, and the cops trying to figure it out. And a little bit of like a middle-aged love story between John Hamm and Tina Fey. I bought into that. I enjoyed their chemistry together. And it honestly takes a look at an interesting dynamic when it comes to being middle-aged and looking at this kind of relationship and the two of them trying to like meet each other halfway. I bought into it. Now, there are a bit of tonal issues here, and it doesn't balance the shifts between comedy and the really dark moments as well as, say, something like Fargo. But there's definitely that awkward violence here. There's some dark moments, like people died. There's murdering going on. And there's one particularly shocking moment that just like rips the rug out from under you, and you're just like, whoa! Did not see that coming. And how like it all peels back and the insanity of this murder mystery, we know what's going on as the audience, similar to Fargo, but the cops don't. And it's interesting watching them try to pull back the layers and figure it all out. You spend a lot of time in this film with like the husband of one of these women's, Micah Stock plays Jay Moore. He's so unlikable and such a piece of crap character, and he's definitely the Jerry Lundegaard type character in this. But you have John Hamm and Tina Fey and Nick Mohammed who are doing really good jobs. You have Happy Anderson, who's a big, dangerous force in the film. And in general, when it all comes together, this is a rock-solid, pretty well-done little film that I had a lot of fun with. I think Slattery has a good future in directing. And, you know, Hamm and Fey and Muhammad all do really nice jobs here. And it adds a bit of layer to what's going on in this film. And I think this is a rock-solid little crime thriller comedy that is worth your time. But those are my thoughts on Maggie Moore's. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.